perspective of this company starts with building careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. And, unless you talk about them often, they're just words on a wall, right? And they're a lot more than words on a wall for me. This is something that I'm really passionate about. Now, remember that, because I'm going to ask you a question in just a second, okay? Vision: to be the real estate company of choice for real estate agents and their clients. It's a pretty vague statement. And unless you really just break it down and look at it through a microscope, it probably goes unnoticed. But what if we were really a real estate company that every agent wanted to be a part of? No one ever wanted to leave. And what would it look like to be a part of a real estate company that the community supports because of the good that the company does for the community? Now, not only do you have a real estate company that every agent wants to be a part of and nobody wants to leave, but you have a company that the community wants to support. What would that look like? Values: God, family, then business. That's one of the most important ones. It's the most important one. How's that? Because it's our compass. It helps us make decisions when we have to choose between this or that, which is every day. And when choosing between this and that, this or that, it's easy because God first, then family, and then business. Now, I've been reading, shocker, and rereading a couple books that have got me thinking about this conversation today. And one is The Infinite Game by Simon Sinek. And the other is For, F-O-R, not F-O-U-R, For, by Jeff Henderson. And not a coincidence that we talked about Jeff on the call this morning. Not a coincidence that Lance shared what we did for the community, and the fact that we were able to do that for the community because of all of you. And also because of the work that servant leaders did behind the scenes. A servant leader is someone who serves others without any expectation of anything back in return for what they did. That's a servant leader. Someone who serves without any expectation or any possibility of getting anything back for what they do. Millie's involvement in the fundraiser for Lance's clients was servant leadership. What could she get back for what she did? The answer is nothing. Right? Now, couple questions, and then I'm going to share some notes that I took from what I've been studying in the last couple of days. What are you passionate about? What causes you to be passionate, to be engaged, to be motivated? What are you for that gives you energy? Second question. Do you spend more time, focus, in mental energy on what you're for or what you are against? What's the difference in being for something and being against something? And then the last question is, what's the purpose of business? Why are we here? Why does Keller Williams exist? Why is the purpose of business for Keller Williams different than, and let's be specific. I'm gonna reference Keller Williams Coral Springs, since most of you are a part of this market center, or your market center, or your company, wherever you're at. What's the purpose of business that causes you to get out of bed, excited, get to work in pursuit of what Simon Sinek calls a just cause? in pursuit of your just cause, of the company, the organization that you're a part of, their just cause. Okay, Clarissa, your hand is up. I don't know if you put it back up or if it's still up from earlier. I see Aaron's hand moving, so I think he's taking your hand down.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
No, it's Aaron.
No, so it's actually funny that you went to talking about the community and in the book 4, because that's exactly what Jeff was speaking on yesterday. And he said something that really stuck out to me. It was like, if your business went out of business, would your community notice?
There you go. Yeah. You know, it's interesting, Aaron, because the teacher shows up when the student is ready, right? And have I said what Aaron just shared before?
Yes.
I have.
Yes.
Right? And 100% correct, by the way. Diane, talk to us.
I see where you're going with this, John.
It's all good. It's all good. No, this is why repetition is the mother of learning, guys.
Yeah, so it's so interesting because at the I don't think it was Jeff who did it. It was another guy in the beginning who did the exercise of starting with, okay, how much do you want to gross? How many transactions is that worth based on your commission structure? And then it goes into what's your why? And then what is the best version? Like, how does that become the best version of yourself? And it was like, it could not come better, even though you go over this all the time with us. Like, you talk about, you know, what's your passion? What's your big why? And I've been struggling with that, even though I know what my big why is. I keep saying, wow, this is so big. I don't know if I can do it. I'm exhausted. I just don't know if I can do it. And yet that, and then meeting my business partner last night, like outside from a car, with her encouraging me that, look at how many people need us, look how many youth need us. And, just realizing that, I have to stop with the noise in my head, because what I want to do is so grandiose. It is so big. And the thing is that you have to have the so big, or you really won't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be unattainable. It really does. If it's attainable, then what? And Diane, really good stuff. Thank you for sharing that. So guys, I want to share something that I wrote in my journal this morning as I was thinking about this. And, Diane just kind of hit on it as well. One of the things that I'm super passionate about and have been for, I guess, maybe ever, is I believe that everybody deserves, everybody has a right, everybody wants to live in a home. Would you agree with that? And yet, are there a lot of people who are homeless? A lot. Is that number growing? Yeah, it is. And one of the things that I thought of many years ago when we started the Dietz team was one of our big whys was we wanted to be able to make enough money in order to be able to impact just one family a year by providing shelter for them, by putting them into a property that we would purchase as an investment and help them get into that property with no money up front. And we would even cover their monthly rent for the first year in order to give them a head start on putting a shelter over their head. Now, it's just one family. And one of the things that stops us from doing things like that is we have conversations with ourselves like, what difference would it make? It's just one family. And write this down. Do for one what you would want to do for everyone. Do for one what you would want to do for everyone. Now, I just want to read something to you because this is my thoughts this morning. Guys, I'm going to hit mute because we got a lot of background noise. And if you're going to jump in and talk to us, take yourself off mute, please. This is kind of a vision that I was thinking about as I was preparing for this conversation with you. And again, Mondays are Cultural Monday. So this is when we get away from the X's and O's of real estate and we talk about why we're in business, people, serving others, community, culture within our company, culture within the community. We're in the business of providing shelter, and we believe that every individual, every family desires to live in a home, to have a roof over their head. It is the American dream, and it is our dream that every member of our community would realize this dream. Good or bad? Okay? Yeah. Now, that's our responsibility to the community. Now, as a real estate company, this is our responsibility to you, to the agents who choose to partner with us. As a real estate company, we partner with real estate professionals with hopes, desires, and dreams of building careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living. We believe in a future where we believe in a future where everyone of our agent partners realizes their dreams. Good or bad? Good. Does it cause, what kind of thoughts, what kind of emotions do those two just cause statements create in you? What were you thinking? What were you feeling? Millie.
What I was thinking was, well, the first one I think was grateful, and the second one was opportunity and being able to help people and come up with a service.
Say it again, please, a little louder.
Okay, so the first word that came to my mind was grateful, and the second one was opportunity. And you always talk about coming from a place of service, and that's literally what I heard you just say.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Coming from service, right? What's in it for me? Nothing's in it for me. That's the idea. Now, when we live that vision, does your company, because you guys are partners in this, does your company grow? Say yes. Yes. Is it more profitable? Say yes. What if I talked to you about profit share and I said, okay, guys, I want to draw this vision for you. I'm going to create a vision where you can create passive income for the rest of your life, where you're earning $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month every month for the rest of your life. And you're hearing, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Because sure, John, and we've heard that before and it just doesn't work. Well, one of the reasons it doesn't work, first of all, is because you don't believe in it. Secondly, it's because we know the reality of the real estate world. And that is that most agents that get into real estate who are new have a level of success that's less than what they thought it was going to be when they got in. Now, what if we truly build a company where every real estate agent who joined our company got into production and they achieved all of their goals? Now, we're talking about this super idealistic world that lives somewhere out there in the future. And that's the whole idea of having a just cause, is this vision needs to be big enough and far enough out in the future that it pulls us through. Now, what if you've built a downline, you've helped a dozen agents join Keller Williams Realty and they're all cappers? Now, what does your profit share look like? I'll tell you what it looks like. It's $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month, every month for the rest of your life. So do you benefit from this? Say yes. Now, here's another thought that I just want to share with you guys. And this is as I'm wrapping up my notes this morning and reading, I had a light bulb moment. You could take the math and just do this. 150 closings a month. By the way, 150 closings a month represents what we are capable of achieving as a market center, as a group of individuals. working together. We're not that far off now. We average about 120 closings a month, just to give you a metric to look at. Okay, 150 a month, 150 closings a month times 12 times $25 equals $45,000 a year. $45,000 a year that we could raise as a group if every individual gave $25 for every closing towards a fund that would go to help place a homeless family in a home. You could do a lot with $45,000 a year. You could change lives. Just think of that one family that's in a home versus living on the street. Now, think of the children that are a part of that family and the future they may have because you did this. It's the butterfly effect, isn't it? Now, I don't know about you, but that creates passion for me. All right. A just cause is a specific vision of a future state that does not yet exist. Did we just talk about that? Did we just talk about a future state that does not yet exist? Yes. A future state so appealing that people are willing to make sacrifices in order to help advance toward that vision. When there is a just cause, a reason to come to work that is bigger than any particular when, our days take on more meaning and feel more fulfilling. A just cause is about the future. It defines where we are going. It describes the world we hope to live in and will commit to help build. Think of this world where you're changing lives through the services that you provide as a real estate agent. You're changing lives for those who live in your community. You're building a company that is not the best company in the world. You're building a company that is the best company for the world. Think of a company that when every single agent partner who joins our company, when you make a decision to join our company, we're not hiring you. We're partnering with you. Now, think of that company where every single one of you who become partners with us realize all of the dreams that you had when you decided to get in this business. Gabe, yes. Talk to me. Did I call you the wrong name? Oh, thank God. Because I do that a lot, you know. Okay. Gabe, you're 20 years old. You got your real estate license with hopes and dreams and an expectation of the future. Yes or yes? Yes. And I know what it's like to be 20 because I was 20 a long time ago. Aaron, do not take yourself off mute. You 100% have no thought that this might not happen. You absolutely believe it will happen, don't you? Of course. You guys hear that? Yeah. And some of you are going like, I believe it too. Now, 10 years from now, think of what this looks like when this world that we're describing that doesn't exist yet. However, 10 years from now, it does, and you're a part of it. What does your life look like? You don't have to answer. Anything is possible. Everything is possible. You could be retired at 30 years old, living on passive income that funds your life, and you could take all the time that you were spending working on your job, and you could use that time to serve the community, to serve others. Meanwhile, making unlimited amounts of money through passive income. Now, that's a big vision, right? And it's 100% possible. It's a destination that is assured. You're the only one who can stop it from happening. Our just cause is the ideal vision of the house we hope to build. We can work a lifetime to build it, and still we will not be finished. This vision has to be so big that in order for it to be realized, those who follow us have to continue the journey. Now, that's the definition of an infinite game. When the founding fathers of this country got together in 1776 and they wrote the Declaration of Independence, and then they wrote the Constitution, they wrote a document that still does not exist today the way it was written. True or true?
True.
But what if it was? What if it was written in a way that they could get to a finish line and check, 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 we've accomplished everything. Now what? There's your perfect example of a just cause. Now, when we build a company with these ideals, with this vision, do we become the best company for the world?
Yes.
Does the community support you?
Yes.
Would the community protest if you decided to close your business? 100% they would. It's all possible. All right. What are your thoughts? Talk to me.
I'll go.
Okay, thank you.
So we talked about foreign infinite game before in this class.
Really loud so the people on Zoom can hear you.
Okay.
Talk to that.
We talked about foreign infinite game before in this class.
Yep.
And I think what struck out to me most was you actually going further deeper into describing what a just cause is. And I think the most important statement you said was it defines where we are going, committed where we're going, and what we're building. And I think as long as we remember that and we're servicing the community and hitting our goals, that we'll have no problem doing it.
Love it. Great job, Millie. Thank you.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Hi. So when we're talking about that community mindset, I think about, I don't know if it was you or it was Clint when we're in bold, that used the word in taking out have, but get to. So I get to help somebody work to do something today, or even get to help to put them in, right? I get to write a contract with this person today. Seems just so much more powerful than I have to. And I think that's a servant mindset. When I get to, it feels that gratitude of that community giving. Yeah.
I love it. Thank you for that. You're 100% correct. I get to get up every morning and prepare for this call. I get to show up every day and pour into all of you. This is not a have to. And because of that, I always have energy about this. I never have a day where I'm like, oh my gosh, time to get ready for Survive to Thrive again. What am I going to talk about today? All right, a couple more ahas and we're going to check out. Guys, while you're thinking, because I want somebody else to share, here's an aha that I have as I'm talking to you. When we have these Cultural Monday conversations, and then I ask you to share, I don't get the same response that I do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday when we're discussing how to build a successful real estate career. And I wonder sometimes why that is. Now, don't take this as a punitive comment. It could be for a lot of different reasons, right? It could be because I totally missed the mark and you didn't get any value from the conversation whatsoever. It could also be because we're hitting on some subjects that are closer to the bone and you're not so sure you want to share your thoughts publicly. The only thing, and I'm saying all of that to say this, if you have a thought and you're sitting on the fence whether or not to share, please do, because I promise you, you have something to say that will change somebody else's life that day. You know, I don't ask you to do this for me. I ask you to do this for everybody else. Kim, talk to me. Thank you.
Sure. I had about 4 thoughts during everything you were talking about, and I won't take up everyone's time with all of them. The one that really resonated with me today is that, which it kind of came to me when I was running this morning and listening to a podcast. I'm all in on Hal Elrod right now. And, you know, I absolutely love real estate. I love people, helping people find a home, getting their first home, upgrading, downsizing, whatever, you know, building wealth in real estate. I can't say that it's my passion that I've always wanted to do. To me, it is the right environment for me to be in to create the financial side of it to allow me to continue to grow and do what I want to do. And what clicked for me this morning is that, and what through what you're saying as well, it just reiterated it in my mind, is what I really get excited about is building a team and helping other people discover the personal and professional development that will allow them to grow. And real estate is that fuel. Mm-hmm. And this company, which is a technology company, is really a personal development company. Mm-hmm. And it's just an amazing place to be. And I just want to build on that. So that fuel, that fires me up and gives me passion.
There you go. There's proof. What I was just saying, because everybody needed to hear that. Thank you, Kim. I agree 1,000%, by the way. And that was so many people ask me why I am doing what I do versus selling real estate like I did 10 years ago. And both are amazing. And for me, it was an opportunity to do what I'm passionate about, which is this, to build success for other people, to help you achieve all of your goals. It's about other people. And Kim, that's exactly what you were just saying. And I love it. All right, guys, I hope you got value today. I appreciate you guys being a part of this. Tomorrow, we're going to get right back into a foundational conversation on how to build a successful real estate business. Tomorrow, we'll get back to time to get to work. What is work? And for today, I'm just going to encourage you guys. I'll close with this. If you haven't read either one of these books, if they're not on your list, please add them to your list. Simon Sinek, The Infinite Game, and Jeff Henderson, 4. And that's the name of the book. It's it, 4. It's 3 letters, FOR. Jeff Henderson. Yeah. By the way, if you find it in print, tell me, because I couldn't find it
I just bought it.
in print.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So the very first book I've ever read on Kindle, is that what it's called? Because I couldn't find it in print. All right. We are going to jump into a master the conversation of real estate here in Coral Springs for everybody that's